My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is November 2nd, 2023. It is 4:30 a.m. I just finished editing a video and I'm uploading it right now. Actually, it rendered really quickly, and then I went on Twitter to search for some tweets to share with you. Obviously, there's a lot of things regarding the Middle East, but they're too graphic. It's not worth sharing. But let's just say Israel is letting it be known they're not done. They're not done with just Palestinian. Okay? So keep that in mind. They're not done. There's some tweets that I saw, they're too graphic to share with you, so I'm not even gonna bother, but keep that in mind. And yeah, so I went on Twitter, grabbed some stuff. I focused mostly on the squad, things regarding Harry, Meghan, and some things regarding EarthShot, the Middleton. I didn't even bother to grab stuff regarding Kenya. You know, Charles is in Kenya, so it's not even worth talking about it because it's just, I personally don't see any reason for me to share them because I don't have anything positive to say, because this is just fooling the people. That's all. All right, so 3,438 subscribers, new subscribers, welcome. Estimate revenues $313.05, and analytic, okay, 340.48. That's not the same. What did I just read before? 313 and 305. This one 340. Something is not right. I know it's gonna go back down anyway. In the last 48 hours, 2,766 views, and subscribers the same. All right, so let's go on Twitter. I don't know if I put this on the list. Maybe I did. I see this highlighted. There was another picture of that further down. I should have added as well. So let's start with the first tweet on my list. I think I have this on my list, but further down. Okay, so this is regarding EarthShot. Okay, so people think it's implausible that Gary Goldsmith, Carole Middletons' brother, who write a book trashing Harry and Meghan, there's a thinking face, the same Gary that wrote a column for the Daily Mail trashing Harry and Meghan. They're just a baggage for God. Okay, Harry is deluded if he believes it will bring him reconciliation with the royal family. I mean, how does he know that Harry wants reconciliation? How do you know? Kate Middleton's uncle Gary Goldsmith goes spare at the Duke of Sussex. When was that? Oh, that was back in January. So this is old. Daily Mail. Oh, so he wrote a column. This is it. He wrote something in the Daily Mail. Okay, if you fall for the scam that the Uncle Gary pieces and the fell are, let's see, pointing down here, Uncle Gary isn't writing any of these pieces. They call him for his opinion, pay him, then a fell reporter writes them, same as the Black Journal and the anti-black pieces. It's their trademark to radicalize their readers against targeted person by choice by all means possible. Okay, I'm sure he didn't write any of it, and he probably won't write his book either. Right, so let me read whatever's there, and then okay, so that's an ad. I like to stop where the ad is. My opinion always ran along the line that someone wrote his column and he allowed them use of his name. The book tip, I think it is a threat, but I'm not sure it's actually the Sussexes he's trying to scare with the idea of a book. All right, Carole and her disgusting brother scam Middleton need money. His crops gone, and Daily Fail need a story. Sussex Squad, there is no leaks from Montecito. I know, yeah, and this is back in early this year. So okay, Harry is not interested in getting back with his heartless, jealous, corrupt family members? Stop lying. We all know the truth. Alright, so let's see this one. King Charles removed Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's security to bring them to Hill report. That was October 27. That was a couple days ago. Oh my god, this is long. My sister is covering the whole debacle with royal reporters in London. She hung out with, erase that, today, lucky girl. She says he's even more handsome in person. They had a nice chat about a current event, and word is everything boils down to Harry and Meghan being too popular. That caused a lot of jealousy amongst the royals for their past 3 years. Harry was... The thing is that Harry and Meghan, they're not even trying to be popular. They just focus on their work. That's all they're doing. That caused a lot of jealousy amongst the royal for the past 3 years. Harry was always popular, but it was supposed to die down eventually, and after all, he was supposed to be Dirty Harry, the fun-loving spare, not the emboldened husband and father with the wife who captured everyone's attention. So jealousy and resentment led to sabotage from courtiers working on behalf of themselves and other royals who collude. I mean, when the courtiers go to work, they take their work too personally. Just go do your work and get your paycheck and go live your life. But it seems like they're taking these things too personally, where they get themselves involved. Oh my goodness. Working behalf themselves and other royals who colluded with the tabloid, who were all too happy to have found a new, very lucrative scapegoat. Apparently, the rift doesn't involve Harry and Meghan or even Andrew. It involves other royals, and apparently it's very sinister, and there are crazy legal implications. I don't even want to begin to imagine what it could be. That family is a bigger mess and more toxic than anyone can imagine. Who wrote this? So the person, whoever his or her sister was hanging out with, remove the name. Okay, Emma Kennedy. Royal family have mucked this up. Not least, they decided to allow briefing against Harry and Meghan, and that's been relentless. Harry is clearly absolutely furious. I don't blame him. Obviously, who would like to people trashing you non-stop every day? Okay, here's the first review. Here's the first preview of what's in it. So that's this here. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. But I don't know. This world is crazy. And Harry did what's best for him. Remove himself from the toxicity and go live his life. And we clearly see he's a family person who just wants... Oh, that's the same thing. Who just wants to live his life and enjoy life and do his work. But they refuse to let him do that. So... God is good. God will protect him. Next tweet. Alright. I think I covered this, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's go over it. Was the palace's aide named Christian John, or is the palace keeping him hush-hush because he's buddy-buddy with Dan Wooten? Dan Wooten, that's that. Chuck, royal family, was it ITN? Why is that? The Royal Family channel. Oh, so that's what it is. Okay, Royal Family. Okay, look at this. I blocked it. Okay, you are such misfit in your family. You allow the lives of your son and grandson to be endangered. Why? Okay, Charles chose to protect Rupert Murdoch instead of his son, his daughter-in-law, and his grandchildren. Murdoch runs this country. Then he says something in that line. He doesn't like the EU because they don't listen to him, but when he's in the UK, you know, they listen to him, they do what he says. Okay, so he did say something in that line. Alright, so let's listen to this. Okay, so there's no comment. Let's go straight into it. Maybe it'll be bigger. Alright, there's this here. Let's listen.
The reasons for Prince Harry's fallout with his family may be many and varied, and by now almost everyone has their own opinion on the matter, but we've been told about potentially explosive allegations concerning how and when that rift deepened, which were first aired by the Byline Times this morning. We understand tonight that Prince Harry was cut off financially with the ending of payments agreed at the Sandringham summit after he refused to remove the name of a palace aide from a legal action against the Sun newspaper.
And he decided to stick with principle, Harry that is. But the father been trying to corrupt him. This is not the first time. I actually have it on PYTE, where that Middle Eastern guy, Charles, sent to Harry for him to donate to the Santa Bali thing. They agree on something, whatever the agreement was. It's on that, probably in the video. And then later on, when the guy's supposed to give the money, which Harry, I believe from what I read, had already tallied in to documented and probably paid tax or whatever it is for the year, because he was expected to receive that money from that Middle Eastern guy. But when he was supposed to give the money, there was some condition that Harry was not aware of, and Harry refused to do the condition because the guy was asking Harry to fly and have dinner or something, probably show off, to say, look, I'm friend with Harry or whatever. He was trying to buy Harry, but Harry refused to do that because he said that was not part of the agreement. And then Harry quickly warned his father regarding the guy, saying this is a bad actor, something like that. Okay, so Charles, it seems like Charles have been trying to corrupt Harry. Harry refused to be corrupted. He just wants to live in a, I don't know, decent, meaningful life. But since Harry doesn't want to align himself with the corruptive kind of way of Charles, they resent him for that. Okay, so that's one thing I have to say. Let's listen.
The King was in Norfolk today, not far from where the so-called Sandringham Agreement was reached with his younger son, Prince Harry. He may once have believed that a split could be amicable, but ITV News has learned of an ultimatum issued by the royal household that may have precipitated the final rift between Charles and Harry and Meghan.
I think I did cover this, where I said in front of the Queen, there was an agreement. Everyone who were in the room agreed of whatever it was. But behind the Queen, Charles went and did this. Okay? And I think the Queen probably did not know. And remember, and at the same time, the Queen's secretary was replaced by a handpicked man by Charles and what's the other brother? Andrew. So the Queen's secretary listened to Charles, not the Queen. If Charles tell him, in my humble opinion, don't tell the Queen this, don't tell the Queen that, and he shut his mouth. Okay, so that rift that happened after the Sangrium, I don't think the Queen was aware. It would have been up to Harry to bring it to the Queen's attention. I don't know if Harry had done that, but I guess depending on how the system and the institution between families work, maybe Harry then bothered telling the Queen that because that was his father's responsibility, you know. So yeah, I don't think the Queen was aware of that. And then when Harry was supposed to meet with the Queen in person, they quickly changed Harry, or should I say the Queen's schedule. And then Harry couldn't come. All right, everything was fine. I believe when Harry was on the plane talking with the Queen and everything, the Queen was fine. But when the palace was aware Harry was coming, they quickly scheduled the Queen's schedule, and then Harry couldn't come to meet the Queen in person. So all of this, they were trying to keep it away from the Queen. Okay, so let's finish listening to it.
Allegations first made in the publication Byline Times. Relations had begun to sour after the Duchess of Sussex made allegations about her treatment in the royal family during the couple's visit to Africa. But it was the leaking of Harry and Meghan's decision to leave for Canada that we understand led to a complete collapse of trust. Harry has taken several newspapers to court. The case that sparked the row was against the Sun. He alleged a named royal aide had leaked stories to the newspaper, including about their plan to live in Canada.
And I think why Harry is really furious about this part is because what had happened endangered his family. Okay, so he's pissed about that. And it did. It will make anybody be very upset. You endangered his family, sent people at his front door, looking through windows. What kind of thing is that?
The aide has always denied any wrongdoing. Harry was told to withdraw his allegation when he refused his father's allowance to him was suspended. In his now infamous interview with Oprah Winfrey, he spoke about how suddenly that support was taken away.
My family literally cut me off financially, and I had to afford security for us.
Wait, hold up, wait a minute. Your family cut you off?
Yeah, in the first...
He had to tell the world the truth. He had to, because when you look at what happened to Princess Diana, the nonsense they give the people, Diana then wants security, this and that, and then that happened to him. I mean, that happened to her. So you could put one and one together. Every time the UK media talk or the royal family talk, it's lie that's come out of their mouth. So Harry is pretty much showing you all the necessary steps that he has taken to make sure the safety of his family, his little family he's creating, he did all he could. So people don't say, oh, he didn't want this or he didn't want that. Okay? This agreement happened in front of the Queen. They agreed to it and they move on. But Charles decided, let's put a twist on that. Okay? We want him back. Instead of saying, I want you back, why can't he say that? But instead, he inflict pain, put Harry's family in danger for him to return. I don't understand this. They cannot do simple steps. The simplest thing they cannot do. They rather go barbaric on people to make people think otherwise. But instead, it's just adding resentment after resentment. These people can never do anything right. All right, let's read some of the comments. Okay, all of them are corrupt. Charles and William uses the dirty media to protect themselves and partners in crime. Okay, my phone just lit. Glad more dirt is coming out on Charles and William. Keep the momentum up on all these relations right on time to overshadow his Earth Flap vanity project. When is this EarthShot thing going to happen? Like father, like son, pure evil. Alright, let's see here. In 2020, at Byline Time reported on Prince Harry's legal letter before action, which named them Wooten and claimed that Prince William's com secretary, Christian John's partner, was paid £4,000 by the Sun to leak info on Harry. John denied the claim and quit. I don't know how these people live with themselves. For every day they have to think of nonsense after nonsense. Defend. I said this way on PYTE. I don't know how they live with themselves. I cannot live where every day I'm getting up, defending on things, stupid things that they've done. Okay? The Queen gave them a year, but it looks like it was punishment instead of make them come back. I don't think the Queen knew. I don't know why. I could be wrong. Okay? This is my opinion. I could be wrong about this, but I don't think the Queen knew. Alright, Charles is deplorable. Byline Times, Byline investigate. King Charles the Cruel fed the Sussex family to the wolves. Okay, what a rotten family. Let me go into that and then go to the next one after that. It was just 3 months into a year that securities were pulled at least a few days notice by surprise. It was at the start of COVID, just before the world had no flight zones. The royal family knew it was a best time for duck hunting on Harry and Meghan, but they didn't know Tyler Perry will save them. Okay, the Queen was complicit. I don't know. I know the squad are saying all of this. I don't know. I don't think the Queen knew. I think Charles was controlling the sick queens, and then could be agree, but she went along with all of it from the get-go, and why she had 4 children is beyond me. So much dysfunction and evil in the family. Remember again, the secretary that Charles replaced, he should have been the one who informed the Queen. Okay? I don't think he did. This is where the Queen would have known. Okay? I think the Queen have other things to think about, but the secretary should have been the one who informed the Queen what Charles have removed security on Harry. Okay? So I think that's where the communication stopped. That's why the Queen did not know. So the Queen was blind in that aspect. Okay? The secretary was supposed to be eyes and ears and everything else to protect the crown, make the crown look good, but he didn't do that. He listened to Charles, who was already corrupted. Remember, I don't know, Charles must have done something where the papers and the tabloid have something on him and said, you have to do this on your son, otherwise whatever. I don't know, it's a chain of event. I'm just saying, I don't know, but I would assume. Okay, next tweet. This is Meredith. Should the royal family be apologizing at all? Over colonialism and slave trade? Yes, they should. My analysis on today's royal appointment. So she has a TikTok thing here. I'm not gonna go in it. Let's read the screenshots. Okay, this article is more than 6 months old, so depend when it was written. Direct ancestors of King Charles owns slave plantation documents reveal. Record shows direct ancestors of King was involved in buying at least 200 enslaved Africans. I mean, we know all of this. This is when they do their crazy stuff, they quickly erase record of it because they don't want people to know all their evil doings. They enjoy doing that, but for people to know how barbaric they are, they don't want you to know it. Okay, cause of the crown, the British kings and queens who supported and profited from slavery, from Elizabeth I to William IV, over a period of 270 years, monarchs had links to the slave trade. By David Kahn, that was April 6, 2023. So that, not too long ago. Okay, international, Momo and May, Britain's forgetfulness on empire atrocities. They didn't forget, they just don't want to acknowledge it. They already done it, they moved to the next barbaric behavior, that's all. Okay, 27 January 2019. Memorial to the victims of torture and ill treatment during the colonial era, 1952 to 1960 something. Okay, a memorial status in Nairobi, photograph the Daily Nation. By Lauren Brown. Alright, yes they should, because it's still embedded in them. Reparation will go a long way as well. There was some stuff I was reading earlier where I think that was from the video that I was just editing, where the let me see if I could find it. Okay, so this is the thing here that was on my last video. All right, this part here. They were concerned about Boris Johnson's relationship with the Barclays and the Telegraph, and there were specific concern and also suspicions of possible corruption in terms of his relationship with Osborne and funneling money to the Evening Standard, said Dominic Cummings. So during that time when all of these were happening, I was like, oh my God, they're trying to drain the pockets, the coffer of the country, to say when it's time to do reparation, they will say the country is poor, there's no money. This is what they were doing. Meanwhile, you would think they will save it somewhere for the country somewhere, but instead they're pocketing it. That's all it is. These kind of things, they popped up, and I don't know which video it is, but when I was reading certain things and I was like, oh my God, they're draining the coffer, the the account of the country. So when it's time for reparation, if it gets to it, so they could say the country is poor. Look how they starving the people, where people are crying, there's no food, there's no money for heat, people's going to food banks or heating banks or something. I didn't even know there was such a thing as heating banks. So like during when it's really cold, they don't have money to heat their home, so there's a place in the UK for them to sit and be warm or something like that. So when I was seeing all of this, and I was like, oh my God, it's because of reparation. They don't want to pay those Commonwealth countries reparation, so they're draining it and they're pocketing it, and at the same time make the people suffer, so they will have a reason to say the country doesn't have money. Okay, so that's that was on my last video. I didn't say that on my last video, but it brings this to mind. Let's go back to this. Okay, the royal family will never accept blame for their role in slavery and colonialism. They want to continue the myth that as royal or minor deities, they are exempt from scrutiny of any kind, but today, as mere mortals, they need to atone for their sins like everyone else. Okay, in answer to the question, yes, profusely. Much of their wealth is inherited and passed on the backs of slaves. More than any other groups, they owe reparation. And the thing is that you have people who's helping them continue that lifestyle. So I don't know. And this is the moment sometimes I'm like, thank God everybody have a expiration date, because if people were to live forever, can you imagine the amount of abuse some people would be going? I'm just glad there's an expiration date for everybody. All right, when God said it's time, it's time. All right, so let's go to the next tweet, because you man, what I'm seeing happening in the Middle East, it's ridiculous. All right, so now that I bring Middle East into the thing here, there's so many tweets that I could have shared with you, but they're too graphic. I didn't even bother put them on a list because there's no reason for me to share them on YouTube. It will be against YouTube regulation. Let's just say very graphic, barbaric, uncalled for, very bad human behavior. What else can I add to give you an idea? So yeah, but anyway, so I need to switch something here. Now that I said this should not be next, so I'm gonna change this. This will be next. Since I mentioned all this what's happening in the Middle East, this should be next instead. All right. So this is a hypothetical question, okay? If Jews were being hunted down and you had an empty attic, would you hide me? Okay? Because this happened during the Holocaust. A lot of Jews were protected by people with conscience, people with empathy. All right? But seeing their behavior now, this is why history is very important. Seeing their behavior now, this is the question. Would you hide me? All right, so let's read some of the comment. My country pays billions of dollars every quarter to provide Israel some of the most state-of-the-art weapons and countermeasures that side of the world. Why the F will I need to hide you? Okay, you realize Jews live around the entire world, right? Yeah, but I don't think that was the thing here. Okay, and most of them in secular places that protect their rights and send millions, if not billions of dollars of tax revenue. Bango. Okay, I'm gonna hide from you. There's the thumbs up. All right, that's an ad. I would. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. Ridiculous, ridiculous. Okay. Victim playing and guilt tripping. Find some shame, please. Okay, I don't know where this comes. So you feel guilty for what? All right, let's see here. Okay, what you're doing here is gaslighting ignorant people into believing Israel are helpless victims and Palestine evil Nazis. You are guilty tripping ignorant people into believing your deceptive propaganda. I don't know if she's knowing it was a hypothetical question. So knowing what's going on right now around the world, especially in the Middle East, with Israel doing that to Palestine, so she's asking, would you do that? And in some shape or form, in some other videos, I've said what Israel is doing right now, their behaviors and action, it's not making it safe for Jews around the world. I've said that in other videos, because not all Jews are the same. So some understand what Israel is doing is not right. Oh my God, one of the pictures I could have easily shared with you, or tweet shall I say. There's some Jews in Israel who's standing up with Palestine, and then the police come and, put them on a chokehold, beating them up, arrest them just for standing with Palestine. So this is a very, very fine line. Everyone needs to look within themselves. Okay, within yourself, see how humanity should. I can tell you how to feel, but the easiest way most people will behave is against. All right, knowing, seeing what they see is happening, but we have to shuffle through all of these people, to all of the Jews. Not all of them are the same. Not all of them. The same way, they put the nonsense in people's head around the globe. Black people's bad, black people's bad. The minute it becomes like a ticket or passport for anybody, without knowing who the black person they see in front of them, whether it's good or bad, and then because of the evilness that spread globally to make you think every black person is bad. So if me or anybody come in front of someone for you to automatically think this is a bad person in front of you, not knowing my character, what I've done, how I feel, and all of that. So people have to be very careful, very careful. I'm telling you, evil is amongst all of us. To see, they capture every mainstream media, everything that will give you the information. They're spreading BS after BS after BS. I mean, evil, wow. You have to look it up on yourself. Okay, I said Jews. I did not mention Israel or Palestinians or Nazi. Your bias is helping you read what isn't there. Okay, you know exactly what you're doing by posting this message at this specific time, but by all means pretend like it's all some big coincidence. Okay, you lie, deceive, gaslight, and misinform. Usually I didn't even know these response were under that tweet, but when I read the caption, I said hypothetical. It's a hypothetical question. And look at the example that I just gave you. If you see a black person, would you automatically think whatever the mainstream media tells you about the black people? All right. Staying very true to your people's media strategy, nice. But how do you know? Gradually, I began to hate them. Okay, then the Palestinians let the Jews in like this at the beginning of the last century. How did that work out for them? Okay, Jews preceded Palestinian and the land. It's crazy. This is why there's one tweet I cannot share it because it has some very graphic thing. I said, what did I say again? Oh shoot, I forgot what I said. I forgot what I said. Let's go to the next tweet. I forgot what I was gonna say. My chain of thought just I had to go look for it because the image is up there, but I can't show it. I'm just gonna read my response to a tweet that was very brutal. This is the thing that I was thinking. Okay, they refuse to teach history. They want us to live it. Palestine is sacrificing themselves for the rest of the world to see. We as humanity fail them. We see the capabilities of human behavior. Those who think this is right, wait until it is you. It will be, sad to say, no one is stopping it. All right, so one person like it and retweet it. All right, I can't show the image, it's too graphic. All right, so that was my retweet of it. That's what I was thinking about, that they refuse to teach us history. But this is why, because they're repeating it. Someone is benefiting from it, so they're repeating it. All right, so let's go to the next tweet, and I think I have it on the next. Yeah, that's that. Oh, there's something else I want to share. Let's go back to this. Let me move it really quick. This is the thing that they're trying to do. A lot of graphic. Okay, so there's this one here. Let me add this to the tweet. All right, this is the thing that they're playing with us right now. If we American don't pay attention to our own issues right now, this is what they're playing right now. U.S. politics. I'm just adding it to the list. Okay, this is what they're playing right now with us. We have to choose between what Palestine is doing, what Israel is doing, and what they're saying. All right, so there's this here. They are finally sick of the Tuberville about them time. Now pass the rule and let's get this shit over with. All right, they always get you. So this is a perfect example of some of the things that I've been saying. Okay, Graham, here's what's going to happen. You just denied the lady a promotion. You did that. Okay, Graham, of all people. Okay, because he almost got indicted in Georgia trying to overturn the election. Okay, keep that in mind. But let's listen to him. This is the GOP who take women's right, Roe versus Wade, and now he's trying to sound reasonable. So you tell me, if is that a game that is being played on the people, the American consciousness? Okay, you see, everyone who has the control of the media is making it seems like it's already being played, because I'm hearing American Palestinian, okay, or against Biden because he's not doing anything. Just wait and see. If you think the GOP is gonna help if they get the White House, just brace yourself. That's all I'm gonna say. Just brace yourself. Now let's listen to Graham here. It's 1 minute and 47 seconds.
The Pentagon has issued a legal opinion I disagree with, saying this doesn't violate the Hyde Amendment. I disagree with it. Here's what's going to happen. You've just denied this lady a promotion. You did that. All of us are ready to promote her because she deserves to be promoted. She had nothing to do with this policy. Let me say it again. Everybody in this body could find an issue with any administration they don't agree with. And what we're going to do is open up Pandora's box. Today is abortion policy. If we take back the White House, we'll go back to the Mexico City policy, limiting dollars to be given to overseas entities that are engaged in the abortion business. Some pro-choice people don't like that. What would happen if they put a hold on all the officers because they don't agree with the Republican administration? There's a reason this has not been done this way for a couple hundred years. No matter where you believe it or not, Senator Tuberville, this is doing great damage to our military. I don't say that lightly. I've been trying to work with you for 9 months. Folks, if this keeps going, people are going to leave. Let me tell you how the system works. You have 18 months, I think, from the time you're promoted to pin on. And if you don't make that gate, your time and grade up or out rule kicks in. There's some people that are waiting to be promoted that if they don't get promoted soon, they're going to be out of the military. Now, how does that help anybody if they're qualified? There's not one senator in here that could not find a reason to object to an administration policy.
All right. So this is someone who's trying to make sense and advocating for a woman. Okay, nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying anything. As a matter of fact, I applaud him. But there's something here. You have to differentiate. Word of mouth, action speaks louder than words. All right, let me see. Where's my comment? There it is here. All right, 2 people already like it. Playing the game, Dems, okay, Democrats, Israel, Palestine issues, GOP, human rights, LOL, wait until they get the White House. Back to square one or continue after Roe versus Wade. GOP knows how to play the game, especially Graham. He's lucky he didn't get indicted in Georgia. I know actions speak louder than words, but okay. All right, this is just a performance. This is just a performance to just elect them again. Okay, do you see any of them touching the subject of Palestine? Not really. Okay, they're leaving that for Biden because they do not have any issues for the American people. They don't. All right, they focus on their agenda. Look at the moment they got into the White House. What happened? They removed so many. Put their how do you call this? Supreme Court and all of that. Okay, one of them decided to retire. Okay, I think they something. Kennedy, I think that's what is it? The Supreme Court Kennedy left out of the blue, and Trump put somebody else, and next thing you know, another person, and then that Supreme Court GBD, what's her name? Oh my God, I can't think. Who she passed while in office. She had cancer, and then he replaced her, and now we have majority of Republican Supreme Court justice. You think GOP really care about issues for the regular people? Do you really think so? If the Middle Eastern Palestinian American think there's something for them with the GOP, good luck. All I know, I'm just gonna brace myself. I know they have nothing for me, so I'm just gonna brace myself. And after that, it will be very hard for a well-minded person ever capture the White House. And they've told us they really want to change the Constitution. And what is it? Trump had told some of his people, wait until they get the second term. They'll get to do whatever they want.
I'm Miles Taylor. I served as the Chief of Staff of the Department of Homeland Security under the Donald Trump administration. I would go into the office, I would read my intelligence brief, and then it was my job to help the Department of Homeland Security to keep our country safe. What we saw week in and week out, and for me after 2.5 years in that administration, was terrifying. We would go in to try to talk to them about a pressing national security issue, cyber attack, terrorism threat. He wasn't interested in those things. To him, they weren't priorities. The president wanted to exploit the Department of Homeland Security for his own political purposes and to fuel his own agenda. To exploit the Department of Homeland Security for his own political purposes and to fuel his own agenda. The California wildfires. On a phone call with the Federal Emergency Management Agency, he told FEMA to cut off the money and to no longer give individual assistance to California. He told us to stop giving money to people whose houses had burned down from a wildfire because he was so rageful that people in the state of California didn't support him and that politically it wasn't a base for him.
Do you really think if any GOP get in the White House, they will care about Palestinian? Do you think so? Okay. So that's that. It crossed my mind. I thought I shared that with you. So let's go back to what was on my list. Alright, back to lighter things. Okay, how dare they not take baby derangers trick or treat? Someone must pay for this. Alright, so there's this here. It's just the squad making jokes. Alright, thank you for making me laugh. There's a laugh. This mouth though. Alright, who did that? There's this. That's ad. Alright, so people are just laughing. There's me here laughing my ass off. Joe, there's this. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. Alright, that's a LOL as well. I'm almost done. Okay, there's the laugh. One day the Rangers will learn to stay in their lane and stay away from Squaddy's tweet. Okay, so she took a screenshot of this. Could be because Princess Catherine has an interest in preschoolers. The Royal Foundation Center for Early Childhood is one of her passions. Okay, so there's the squad who responded. It could be they share the same IQ level. That's for sure. Oh my God, that's me laughing. I didn't see that coming. There's this here, the squad are laughing. There's ads. Okay, no coming back from that. Me, people are just laughing. Okay, I came across it. I thought I'd share it. Alright, so there's an image regarding Harry. Okay, I'm almost done. 3 more tweets. Okay, Sussex Freedom Anniversary, Sussex Freedom. Okay, Harry have been trying to leave since he was little. Congratulations, Harry. That is so cute. Look at him with his suitcase. A man on a mission. There's the laugh. Boom. Okay, love this. Alright, so that's it. I think the next one is another picture of it, but he's further down by the steps of the plane. Yeah, there he is here. Look at him. He looked like someone who's on a mission. Harry didn't know what, but there just has to be something better out here. Amen. Alright, so there's this here. Amen on a mission. That's I'm the only one who respond to it. He looks so serious. Alright, next tweet. This one was kinda it would be nice if I saw a video of it, but there's no video. It's a screenshot. Okay, Archie. Names the same is the name of the game. Now here's your clue. Here you go. Alright, so she put the YouTube, the link. Alright, there's that. Names the same. This first name is shared by the character introduced in the 1941 and a member of the royalty. Okay, yeah, it's royalty. I thought he was gonna say royal family. And a member of royalty who is 6th in line to the British throne. Okay, that's Archie. Okay, properly phrased in the form of question, who is Archie. Alright, so there's me here, laughing my off. Egg is going to procreate to make this answer wrong. LOL, Dormat is going to be lucky one night. If you get it, you get it. Alright, so there's that. So Archie was on Jeopardy, meaning his name was on Jeopardy. Make reference to him. Okay, I have 2 more tweets. Let's finish up. I have a doctor's appointment. So there's this here. Guy, you're so lucky. Look at the dog. He knows. Look at this. He knows he's being loved. Look at it. He closed his eye to feel the caress. Look at him. It's like it's giving whoever's over there a side eye. There he is. He witnessed everything. Oh, so there's Harry's guitar, the guitar he was playing for Meghan. No wonder why the Sussex squad want Guy to write his biography. He knows too much. LOL. He's too loyal. Oh, that should be two O's. He's too loyal. He won't write a thing for the peasants. LOL. Okay, there's that. That's more. Other things. So this, I'm glad I went into this because I didn't put the a screenshot of that. So this is the image I put on my community board. Look, what was little bat? Looked like a little bumblebee or something. Oh my goodness. There's Archie. What was Archie? He's just enjoying himself. He is so big. Look how tall he is. Wow. Alright, let me do my last tweet. This is my last one. Oh, this one is fun. Let me mute it. As you could hear, there's a music. Okay, now this is a solution. There's a laugh. Wait for it. Let's play it from the beginning, but I won't put the audio because there's music. Okay, peanut butter on his forehead. Look. Look at the dog while he's cutting the dog's nails. That is so smart. Alright, people are just laughing. Alright, so let's do a prayer. Prayer, let's do prosperity. That's what came to mind. Prayer for prosperity and compassion. I don't know. Okay, in the name of Jesus, I worship you only, and I will have no other gods before me. You are able to make all grace, every favor, and earthly blessings come to me in abundance, so that I am always and in all circumstances furnished in abundance for every good work and charitable donations. Amen. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. That's something I saw YouTube put regarding putting links on things. If you guys want to donate, you don't see the links of my, either Cash App, PayPal, or something like that, let me know. I'll put it somewhere on community board or something. But all right, so that's it. All right, let me see if I could edit as much as I could right now. It's 5:20.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
We ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together. Because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.